Hi, Mark here. Friday, May the 1st, 7:17 a.m. Eastern, 11:17 a.m. GMT. 45 minutes till the US session gets underway. Bear in mind, today is Labor Day. European markets are closed, most markets closed, not so in London and certainly not in the US. But let's have a look how the market shapes up this morning. We've had an extreme week, to say the least. I'm just looking here. US dollar, well, you can see it here. A strong sell-off yesterday. Equities have been very strong so far this week, and oil sparked up as well. Let's see how things are looking now, last day of the trading week. US dollar index continuing the sell-off for now. I've got support at 97.73. I've got resistance at 98.10. We'll see whether that can continue. Tough support level here, which has been tested before during April. We'll see whether sellers can break below that, or if buyers do step in and bounce up off here, perhaps US dollar recoup some of those losses and look back up at the 98 level. We'll see once the US session does get underway. But so far, continuation of the downtrend and the bearish engulfing candlestick from yesterday is playing out. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. Record highs set over the past few days, and certainly yesterday. You can see today as well in the futures market, even higher. I've got resistance at 7,265. I've got support at 7,246. It seems investors not too concerned about or concerned about the US-Iran conflict, but based on what we're seeing here in the stock markets, um, guess, guessing or assuming that the war will be over soon and not going to have too much further impact on the market. We'll see once Wall Street opens up, and that's in about 2 hours from now. We'll see whether buyers continue what we saw yesterday, test this resistance level, or if sellers do step in, perhaps some profit taking, some overbought technicals, and we do see a move lower today, last day of the trading week. Let's have a look at gold. Gold relatively flat, all things considered. Yesterday we saw this downtrend halted. Buyers did step in yesterday. So far today, sellers continuing with the downtrend and have erased most of yesterday's gains. I've got resistance at 4,638. I've got support at 4,553. We'll see whether this does continue this sell-off, and sellers do test this 4,550 level and perhaps even lower to the 4,500. Perhaps buyers step in again today and retest this 4,638 on the upside. Gold may well take its cue from the US dollar performance today. Interesting at this point, both are being sold off, not the inverse relationship. We're seeing weak US dollar and we're seeing weak gold. Let's have a look and see how oil sits following yesterday. Yesterday tried higher, even higher, up to that 114 and lower, ended up with a kind of a doji-like candlestick. Today, coming down a little bit, pretty much sitting at that same 110 level. 110 for me has become the dividing line where it was 100 at one time. Optimistic views and we're trading below the 100 level, optimistic in terms of a settlement in the Middle East, and came down as low as 90. And now with pessimistic views, which we've seen over the last couple of days, all the way back up again to that, and now sitting at that 110 level. Tough level. You can see this is where the resistance area has held since the war started on the 27th of February. We'll see where that holds again. If we do get further pessimistic view on the outcome and no settlement in sight, certainly production and supply both threatened at the moment. We'll see where the buyers break above this 110, 112 and get back, maybe even look up to the 120. Some good news, some optimism would see sellers step in back to the 100 level. For now, same as yesterday, sitting pretty flat around that 110 level. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Downtrend still in place, but a bit of a fight back yesterday, continuing that fight back today. I've got support at 76.2 and I've got resistance at 77.4. Buyers will want to maintain above the 77,000, get back up to that 78,000 and looking up at 80,000 on the upside if demand continues. If sellers do step in, they'll want to see prices come back below the 75,000 and look at today's support as a start at 76.2 thousand. But on the front foot to start today's trading. Good, good trading. Keep that discipline today, and I'll see you at the end of day.